Well, he suffered for 23 years in a Lahore jail, but Pakistan didn't even let him die in peace. Indian prisoner Sarabjit Singh's body was brought back to his village Bhikivind amidst tears and angst. While he will be laid to rest today in his hometown, he's leaving behind serious questions for the Indian and the Pakistani governments to answer.
A homecoming that was 23 years in the making. But this was no happy reunion. This is a family who has lost everything. Their 2-decade-long saga of bereavement, apathy and hope finally coming to an end. Sarabjit Singh arrived back home in India, but in a coffin.
Sarabjit will be accorded a state funeral here in Bhikivind, his ancestral village, where every villager wanted to see Sarabjit back, but now they will be taking part in his cremation.
As long as he lived, Pakistan made his life a living hell, and even in death, they refused to let him rest in peace. Resorting to petty politics to prevent Sarabjit's mortal remains from leaving Lahore airport. But after a 3-hour delay, Pakistan finally relenting and allowing Sarabjit to be brought back to India.
Now, they want those responsible for his death to be strictly dealt with, not just the murderers, but also the authorities who colluded with those. And the family also wants Pakistan to be named and shamed internationally. The family wants the government of India to take up this matter.
And despite all the partial attempts to cover up, an autopsy conducted by the Indian government soon exposing the premeditated butchery that led to Sarabjit's death.
Various types of injuries, fractures, then fractures of the mandible, skull, then hips, vital organs.
Meanwhile, the political class who did little to help him when they could made a beeline for his residence, offering their condolences. But their regret, their commiserations, their hollow assurances mean nothing unless they ensure Pakistan pays for its crimes. Bureau Report, Times Now.
They termed the brutal and deadly attack on Sarabjit as a mere scuffle, but now Pakistan's very own men have exposed their blatant lies. Pakistani Human Rights Commission clearly admitting that the attack on Sarabjit was not possible without the knowledge of the Pakistani authorities. Will this now put an end to Pakistan's brazen denial in Sarabjit's case?
A day after Sarabjit Singh's tragic death after a brutal assault inside a Lahore jail, the Pakistani government is trying to brush aside its culpability.
Best possible medical treatment. There was a medical board which was treating him. Unfortunately, he could not survive. But throughout this process, the government of Pakistan extended due facilitation on humanitarian grounds.
But human rights groups with Pakistan are questioning their government. Questions are being asked how such a brutal attack on Sarabjit was possible inside the jail without the connivance of and support of Pakistani authorities.
Civil rights organizations have condemned it because this is not the treatment which the prisoner deserved. Whatever was done was wrong, we've said it. The government is investigating.
Yet there are elements in Pakistan who continue to be in denial about the role of the authorities.
I feel sorry that in such circumstances he was killed, but that doesn't mean that the state of Pakistan is involved and it should be treated like a to be dealt as a human problem, not a statecraft problem.
But in India, Sarabjit's murder has provoked strong reactions, some even pointing at the ISI.
India wants to know what exactly transpired, because in India we always have a suspicion that you have extra constitutional authority like the ISI, which indulges in these games and spoils relations between the two countries.
Unless Pakistan comes clean on Sarabjit's murder, his tragic death could only further worsen the distrust between the two neighbours. Bureau Report, Times Now.